All right, boys, we are live in the building with Grayson Gladstone. Grayson, thank you for coming up all the way from Pasadena today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Heck yeah. The 2025 season, as you know, is going to be looking pretty crazy. What's your thoughts already on all these offseason moves? I'm going to get straight into it. Even before we talk about Aftermath and the moves that made there, what's your thought process on all this crazy madness of these offseason moves?
I'm a total paintball nerd, so I was just like waiting for all the news to drop every day, and it was going crazy. And I'm excited to see how all the changes play out. But the one thing that does suck is last year we probably had the best, closest competition pro division ever, and now we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Are you insinuating that Impact's going to win all the events and nobody else?
How do you have anything to say about it?
Let's go. I like that. Let's segue right in. So Aftermath.
Yeah.
You guys have obviously, been doing pretty darn good as a new team coming into the league, a fairly new team coming into the pro league, compared to like Dynasty or Impact, these seasoned veteran teams that have been there for decades plus. You guys had a lot of off-season stuff happening too. I guess you guys lost 5 players.
Yeah. So at Cup we had 11, and then we lost 5 guys. Yeah, I mean, the offseason was fun until it hit us, right?
Yeah, it's always fun watching it until it hits home.
Yeah, and then I started to making my phone calls like, hey, what's happening? Are you leaving? You staying? What's all going on? So the 3 guys from the Hunters, people who know it's a local semi-pro team that we kind of absorbed as Aftermath. So the 3 Hunter guys left, and then we also lost David Ramirez and Ethan Castro.
Got it. And because of that, who did you guys pick up to make up for that? I know it's slim pickings too, because I'm always talking with Yaya from Heat, and even when Heat lost Tyler and then they lost Connor Kelly, he's like, who do we get? Who can we get? And it's slim pickings out there because a lot of people don't want to leave or got gobbled up so fast. So by the time the moves happened on your team, a lot of people had already made moves.
Yeah, it's even harder for us because Wayne, our owner, wants 90% of the team to be local within driving distance and be willing to show up every weekend. Yeah. So it narrows our search even more to okay, is there semi-pro team talent that we could pull up from? Are there any local pros? Are there pros moving here? So who we ended up grabbing was Julian Velasquez, who's a local player who was playing D3 and then played pro with the Bears for the last few events of last season. We picked him up.
Nice.
We picked up Jeremy Doan. That's not official yet, but it will be in.
There we go. Leak alert. Jeremy Doan Aftermath, baby.
And then we picked up James Green from the Lucky 15s in Europe.
Nice. And that team has been crushing in Europe.
Yeah. Marcelo's been coaching them.
Marcelo's been coaching them. They've been top 1 and 2 the whole year, right? Or at least
top 3 every event.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And I've actually been trying to convince him to move to California the last few years. Didn't work out, but he's going to be traveling here quite a bit to play with the team, and we're excited to have him.
Nice. Okay, so you guys were able to make some moves. How do you feel confident with these new guys in the squad? And
yeah, I mean, no disrespect to the guys who left, but I think this group, we're all going to be on the same page. Nice. Not to say that I before me, I before team, whatever stuff happened. It wasn't that bad, but this little clique would go here, this little clique would go there, and we were kind of herding cats to get everyone together. And now we're all going to be bought into the same program. I think we're all going to be on the same page, and I think we'll do better this year because of it.
Yeah, that's better too. I mean, even on other pro teams, which I won't say, it gets very cliquey. Yeah. Certain people are getting more play time because it's so cliquey and they're together and doing this and that. But I think it's better, like you just said, for a professional organization to just to be one unit and just do it that way. And these little clicks and stuff like that. So I think you get a nice fresh start for Aftermath.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really expect it to be kind of a partial rebuild. I mean, luckily we still have our core from last year, but I'm excited. It will be fun.
Nice. And I don't know if everyone knows this, but for 2025, Aftermath is in full HK Army gear, head to toe, baby. Let's go. We're back, baby. Which is good. And then you guys are going to be rocking Planet Eclipse. Yep. Which you're going to use our Shredder R5, HK Army R5. You've been shooting Lux for a while now. Are you excited to try Planet Eclipse? I know both guns are really good, but Planet is really top tier. Tyler Harmon was, shooting Lux and switched to Planet. Both great guns, but are you excited to do that?
Yeah. I mean, look, every gun in the high end is really good, but we're excited to shoot Planet Eclipse.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready. And the new HK R5 looks honestly pretty sick.
And you guys are going to be in the RMX.
Yes.
So you'll only be one of 2 teams. You and Damage.
Oh, Damage.
Yeah,
too?
we'll be rocking the RMX. So I know Heat's all butt hurt. They want to use it, but Marcelo's blowing me up for it. He's like, I want the RMX right now.
Well, he's got the skull mask.
Yeah, they look good in the skull mask, dude. They look so good in the skull mask.
They're menacing.
Yeah. So that's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about too. Like, so Impact, first off, I got to get your thoughts on this. They get this God Squad together. It's the OG Aftermath boys, they say. You know, Mouse, Rainey, Marcelo, Dalton, Tyler, plus
Afterpact. That's what I call
Afterpact.
it. Yeah.
Do you think, and I asked Tyler this, that they're going to be able to gel together and make this happen and dominate? Or do you think it's going to be like how Russians or Heat tries to buy a team and it doesn't gel and it falls apart?
I think this is different than, previous superstar teams. I think they're going to gel quick, and they're practicing together a lot. They all know each other. They're all friends. They all have that camaraderie. I think they're going to do fine.
Same with me. They've all been playing together, or even if they weren't on teams, practicing together on separate teams at ASG, SC Village, wherever.
Off-season All-Stars, yeah.
And I've known all these guys for so long that I don't think it's going to be a problem. Me personally, but I wanted to hear your thoughts.
We've been practicing every week against, Rainey, Mouse, and Marcelo, and now Brandon Cornell and Tyler sometimes too. They're clicking already.
You already see it? They're already vibing.
Yeah, they're playing well. They're playing together. They're communicating. They're going to do good.
Nice. So, and then also, obviously, you guys at ASG, Wayne's the owner.
Yes.
His son's on your team. You guys get access to this field pretty much anytime you want.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that has to help for building your game personally and the team's game. Plus, now that all these Impact guys live locally, I think this is only going to benefit both of you guys.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be really good to play against Mouse and these guys pretty much every weekend. It's got to up your game, I would assume.
I mean, we haven't really earned it yet, but I feel like it's a clash of titans in the making, Yeah. Obviously, Impact, they're already a titan, and we're working towards that. Wayne gives us everything we could dream of, and Karen and Cody, like, we can show up anytime we want, shoot as much paint as we want, and get better. And
that's a dream right there.
Yeah. And that's what Aftermath is all about, whether it's Wayne running the team or Mike, is if you want to be showing up to the field every weekend, playing paintball, getting better, play for Aftermath.
Yeah, exactly. So the only other team that I could think of that kind of has that same setup, and that is Paintball Fit.
Yep.
Their family owns the field. They get to play all day too. And Aftermath, the owner's Wayne, and then Cody's the son on the team, and I feel like it's the same kind of thing right there, that same vibe.
Yeah, it's the same energy. And if you want to play for either one of those teams, right, it's a big commitment. You got to be pretty much within driving distance.
Yeah.
But if you want to play a lot of paintball and get good with your boys, that's the team you should
Aftermath's the
for,
spot to be, or Fit, or anyone like that. Yeah, that's a dream too, because we grew up. We were good friends with Bear and Giovanni. Mm-hmm. So technically it was kind of like we basically own the field and can go anytime, but like to literally have a teammate that owns the field, where you can go midweek if you're lucky to not have a job and do all that.
Yeah.
That's a dream right there. You can play 5 days a week if you wanted
to. Cody's there during the week, every week. So if people want to go to ASG, hit up the ASG Paintball Instagram page and you can go.
And then how did the transfer happen? Because obviously the OG Aftermath squad was Mike Hinman, which Mike's done a great job for years and years and years. Mouse got built up through Hinman and Dalton and Marcelo
and Brandon Cornell.
Like all these God squads. Hinman's done a great job for paintball. We love Mike Hinman. He's killing it with WCBPL. But like for Hinman to let that name go, because that, like, every time you always thought of Aftermath, you thought of Mike Hinman. And now Wayne was able to snag it. Do you know how that all transpired?
I don't know the details. I mean,
like, was Hinman just done with? Was Hinman basically like, I'm not gonna run a pro team right now. I'm worried about the league, and then he's like, he just transferred it off to Wayne, or like
that is, as far as I know, like Hinman took a step back from running the team, and he knew that Wayne would kind of embody that Aftermath name, right? Just like if you play for Hinman, you're playing paintball Saturday, Sunday every week, you're gonna show up, or else go find somewhere else.
Yeah.
Wayne has that same work ethic that he drives for the guys, and he knew that kind of, similar people who he's handed the keys to in the past kind of let the name fall off.
Yeah.
And even if we haven't had as much success as our potential showed, right, he knows that Wayne isn't just going to let us die.
No.
And Wayne is going to, put everything in his power that he can do to make that team successful.
Which he is.
Yeah.
And you guys are still going and thriving. So I like it. So as far as you, like, on all your pro teams that you played, I was looking up. So it looks like were you on AC Diesel for a bit? You're on Dynasty for a bit.
Yep.
And then Aftermath.
Yep.
How long were you on Dynasty? Like, how was that? Or who was on the team on Dynasty when you played with Dynasty?
Okay, so my first event, it was Arturo, Blake, Dalton was on the team, but he didn't play that event. Skinny Kevin just got on the team. Okay. Ryan, Yosh, Alex. Okay. Sorry if I'm leaving. And Marcelo. I'm sorry if I'm leaving anyone out.
Yeah.
And I was on the team for 3 events.
Did they give you some playtime?
The first event I got to play a lot. Second event, not so much. And then they let me go just to not,
got it,
make my ranking shoot up and stay on the team.
Yeah. Did you learn? Was that a good experience? Just being around those guys for the practices, getting that information from Alex and Ryan and all that.
Yeah, no, it was an amazing experience. And I think the biggest lesson I learned was to listen more than you talk.
Yeah. Especially around those guys. Those guys have a lot of knowledge. Even when I'm around them, I just like to soak in what they're saying. Especially Alex, Yosh, and Ryan. Those guys are real smart.
Yeah, and I haven't really mastered it, but it was definitely a good learning lesson that I've carried with me throughout the other pro teams I played with.
Nice. And then what? So then because we were looking at your APPA equipment. Then did you bounce to AC Diesel after that?
Yeah,
for a short time, it looked like?
So I played with Dynasty for a few events, got let go, and then I played one event with Kiev United and semi-pro.
Oh, sick.
And then after that, I played World Cup with AC Diesel.
Okay.
And it was a good first experience, and then I played the whole next season with them, and ended up deciding to play local with Aftermath after that.
Nice. And then you've also would look like you played a lot of European events.
Yeah.
You play MXL in Mexico, and then you obviously play in the NXL. What's the thought process for someone out there who wants to travel and play paintball? Do you like it when you get to go overseas or to Mexico? Where's your favorite spot to play?
Okay, so it was Mexico because I just love the food and everything.
Yeah, and the vibe in Mexico. I just love going to Mexico in general. The vibe out there is good. You get good service, good food. It's fun. Yeah,
I would go to Mexico anytime, any part. I'm happy to be there.
Yeah.
But my new favorite over the last few years has become Poland.
Poland.
I mean, I haven't been there in the winter, so I can't say,
Right
now they're all iced out and they're playing indoor. But during the summertime, I mean, I fell in love with Poland. And there's a lot of family history with me there as well. All of my
grandparents. Good to go back there, go there and see that history. Yeah.
But the food is amazing. It's super cheap. Everyone's super nice. Everyone speaks English for the most part. And, they have really competitive paintball over there.
Was that an NXL Europe stop?
So I played with the Polish team in NXL Europe.
Uh-huh.
So I was going to Poland a week early to train with them.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So dude, I made amazing trips out of it. I would go to Poland a week early, practice or play the Polish event with the team, and then just hang out for a few days. And then we would go to, the Netherlands or UK or whatever and have fun there.
Yeah. All my best stories are either going early or staying after an NXL Europe event, especially back in the day with me, B Short, Scamp, Bobby Aviles, and then we run around and just terrorize the city. We got to see so many cool places because of paintball. If you get a chance to go overseas or even to MXL Mexico, it's just fun to experience these new places with your friends.
Yeah, the culture, the food, the people. I mean, we're so lucky. We could go to almost any country in the world and have a couch to stay on.
Yeah.
We could get dinner with someone if we need to. And I think if you are traveling for these events, definitely at least spend a day or two wherever you are.
Dude, you have to. If you're all the way out there, at least. We have a minimum of 2 days after.
Yeah.
And then,
you have to.
Yeah, because while you're at the event, you're at the field pretty much.
Yeah.
And then at night, you could wander off and do anything. But then
taking it seriously, yeah.
Yeah. If not, you can run around and do whatever. Okay. And then other than that, I always see you working out.
Yeah.
What's your regimen to stay fit for playing professional paintball? Because obviously you see someone like Tyler or Ryan Greenspan who's 41 years old now or 40 whatever he is, and he's still looking good. And obviously to be a top contender in the NXL, you need to keep yourself in shape.
Yeah. So
what do you do?
Patty Gleason.
Yeah, dude, off the leash. Shout out Patty. I always see Danny rocking his stuff. We love Patty. Shout out Patty.
He's been doing my workout programming since 2019, and dude, I mean,
he's a beast, huh?
Yeah, with him, I've gotten faster. I've gotten stronger. He not only trains paintballers, he trains, professional rugby athletes and all sorts of high-level professional athletes at his local gym.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's an absolute beast, and he's worked with me pretty much working out 5 days a week.
Yeah.
You know, like the general cycle is you're lifting and doing athletic movement for about 3 days a week, and then you have 2 days that are agility and sprinting and conditioning and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But dude, he kicks your ass.
Yeah. So how do you check in with him? Is just online, or you call him, or
He has an online program, and then I'll usually send him videos of my workout.
Okay, you'll film
make fun of me.
He said, "You're doing this all wrong."
I'm like, "Hey, Patty, my back hurts." He's like, "Oh, dude, come on."
That's it.
Yeah, but
Cool. Yeah. Obviously, it's very important to be fit in this game.
Yeah.
It's such a demanding sport, and all these top guys are nuts. Look at Mouse. I mean, Mouse is yoked, dude. He looks so good. Mouse is just a savage.
dude, Marcelo's coming for him too. Marcelo's getting
Marcelo's looking good. I don't know what's going on over there. They're doing something. We gotta test these guys, dude. I don't know. They're all looking a little too jacked.
Dude, that was me last year. I had to slim down a little bit.
Yeah. That's what I said too. Mouse, I was like, dude, you're gonna get so big you can't move. Like, tone it down a little bit. But I think he's at a good.
When you can't reach behind your
Yeah, he can't even grab a pod anymore. He's like, what? That's so funny. Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you guys too. Like, you know, like so. All these top teams kind of have like an outside coach, right? Like Taz with Aftershock, Skinny K's now with Damage. Like, who's the coach of Aftermath?
Yeah, right now it's Wayne, our owner.
Wayne is the coach.
Yeah,
got it. And does he do a pretty good job? Like,
yeah, I mean,
between the two, because a lot, like, you know, like Sarge owns Heat, but then his son Ryan Smith is the coach, and they try to separate that. Is it able to work out well like that?
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't care who you are, right? If he doesn't care if you're his son, he doesn't care if you're somebody's grandma. He's gonna tell you how it is, and he's gonna.
You're either playing good or you're not. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, dude, if Cody's not playing good and getting penalties, he's gonna sit Cody. If I'm not playing good and getting penalties, he's gonna sit me too, right? Like and Wayne, I mean, especially during the summertime, he kicks our asses. You know, we're at the field from 7 or 8 o'clock until dark sometimes, and but that's where the success comes from. You know, if you're a team that doesn't have our experience level, it takes Wayne running a practice where he's making us drill and play games and do laning and all that type of stuff. And he came up with a crazy drill to get our communication better. What he did is he taped up 2 face masks, like a surgical face mask.
Yeah.
And he put it over our lenses, and
no way.
Swear.
I've never heard this before. Hold on, keep going. 2 surgical face masks over the lens.
He tapes it, put it over the lens, and then you play a one-on-one against another guy. And so the guys around the side of the field, they can't be next to you, they can't be touching you, they have to be on the outside. They have to guide you.
Can you see anything when that mask is nothing?
Completely blind.
So you're playing blind and you're listening to these guys tell you where to go.
So completely blind, and you either have to shoot the other guy or you have to hit the start gate.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, now break down how some of these games would go. Did anyone shoot anyone?
Oh, dude, all the time.
Really?
Dude, I got to bunker somebody.
What?
Yeah. So
you're not running into bunkers and like you're just
some people you definitely run into bunkers, but it builds trust, it builds communication.
Yeah,
so
this is a good drill.
Is he had me go out to the tape, and he's like, all right, just run straight, have your gun pointed right, and when I tell you, shoot. And dude, it worked like magic.
Dude, that's genius.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's actually a good thing. What other like good drills are you guys doing, or like a good couple drills for like kids coming up in the game that want to just get better?
Yeah. So always practice the fundamentals. Always do snap shooting drills where you set up a target and you just shoot one ball. Do laning drills where you just shoot like a quick little burst, especially if you can. So there's the back center bunker and then there's the 2 short bunkers. If you can learn how to shoot those short bunkers off the break, I mean, dude, you're light years ahead. You're pretty much a pro at that point.
Yeah. The laning off the break too. I mean, that's what really helps paintball fit.
Yeah.
Those brothers can shoot really good. They're not the fastest. They're but they have good gun skills. Yeah, the fundamentals
are top tier. They're elite level.
So that's definitely a good one.
Yeah, and then for team stuff, I love 3-on-5. So for Aftermath, for teams that I coach, 3-on-5 closing drills with usually like a 90-second time limit.
Yeah, so you cut it off at 90 seconds, 3-on-5, and you got to close the game with the 5.
The goal is within that 90 seconds, you pretty much have to have enough time to hit the start gate to tie up the game.
Got it.
So you pretend you're down a point, 90 seconds left. 3 guys have to just live, so you learn how to absorb pressure, and it teaches you good 5-on-5 paintball fundamentals too. Because if you're in the snake and you're absorbing pressure, it teaches you to not freak out and to trust your boy. And then the 5, you have to work together, or else you're just gonna get clapped up.
Yeah, and then you'll really know who's making. If you're making the mistake with 5s, the 3 can get you real quick. Yeah. All the time. So what's I gotta ask you this. I asked Tyler too. Do you think the the year of the dragon is over. Is dynasty going to be the dynasty they've been? They took a big hit this year of getting, cherry picked from their players.
Yeah.
You think they're going to be all right?
These days, you can never underestimate anyone, right? Like whether a team's in a rebuild or they've been playing together for 20 years, like a lot of those guys, like you just can't underestimate them. But it is a rebuild for them, right? So you never know, right? The year of the dragon could be over, or they could go and win 5 events.
Yeah, that'd be crazy if they go and win 5 events. Tyler Harmon said you can never underestimate Ryan Greenspan. As long as he's on the goddamn field, there's a chance that that they can win. Him and Alex, if Alex does decide to play a little bit more, you can't underestimate them.
I mean, that's how Ryan Greenspan helped them win the Veterans Cup in Europe for Team USA. He won a 1-on-3 or a 1-on-2.
Did he?
Yeah.
He's an absolute savage.
They were out, dude. They were down 3 points, and then him and Mark Johnson made some moves to bring back the game, and he was in a 1-on-2 and pulled it off.
Dude, that's insane.
It's never over when Ryan Greenspan.
No, it's never. It's never over. I think it's going to be tougher though. I mean, losing everyone they lost and SK leaving, and then Damage is going to be a pretty good team.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Damage?
I mean, Damage, they retained pretty much their whole core. They lost Rainey and then added, 3 guys?
Yeah.
So, I mean, who else are they losing? Yeah, and Skinny.
Yeah.
So, I think Skinny's going to really help them out. Not like they needed the help.
That's what I was telling Tyler. What was the point of Skinny? Because they already had their guy, Joey Blue.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it opens up Joey Blue. Or maybe
have a different role with the team or something.
Maybe they can have some sort of I mean, they're always scouting together. If you're at any NXL event, Skinny and Joey Blue are in the pro stands all day baking.
I mean, 2 is better than 1 anytime anyways. Yeah. So they're
maybe they'll feed off each other. Maybe Joey will just be more of a GM. Who knows? But they're going to be strong.
Yeah. And Swaggy's a little killer. I know he got hurt, but I think, he's always one to look out for. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we lost Zupa for an injury. Everyone's getting injured. That's why you gotta stay real healthy.
Everyone's 30 now, and they're all
that's what's happening. They're getting older. And then Ryan, Scott Kemp, Scott Kemp, he just posted that Ryan's having clicking issues in his shoulder, and he's trying to help him with that. You just gotta stay on your game.
Yeah,
it's really important.
Mobility, you got to do strength work. See your PT if you have a good one available.
Yeah. So that's crazy. Have you ever played airsoft, or we call it speedsoft, at all?
I've played, not Speedsoft, I've played some airsoft in my homie's backyard, but I've been meaning to go join Quitman at Tac City on Mondays. I just haven't had the time yet.
Because Quitman's in charge of Hostile Airsoft. That's our airsoft division. And it's called Speedsoft. I flew out actually with Ronnie to, where did I go?
Amsterdam?
Amsterdam. Yeah, it was so fun. And we played a little exhibition match out there. But it's basically like paintball, but without the loader. So there's no loader, so you can see perfectly. Yeah. And then these BBs shoot absolutely perfectly straight. And then they have tracer rounds on them. So it's like paintball, but it's just different.
So what do you like more now?
I grew up with paintball, so I like paintball, but it was so much fun. And what I liked about it is it's clean. Like you go out and play all day. You don't have to shower up. You're not in dirt. It's all on turf. It was clean, but I still got that same and Ronnie and will tell you that same excitement from it. But as I did with paintball, it was just on a different surface and shooting a different object. You're just shooting these BBs instead of paintballs.
Yeah.
But it was fun. They all loved it.
I know some of the local pros from SoCal, like Cody on my team, Zach Carter, Clay Hughes, they've all been going to Tac City sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll go out there. All right.
Go out there. When I go out there, you go out there. Okay. We'll go blast Quitman up and all his
Next
friends.
2 weeks, let's go.
Murder Inc., we're coming for you, dog. I'm just kidding. We got to go out there. I think that will be fun. That'll be real fun. Dude, sick. I appreciate you coming out here.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you up to do a little photo shoot and get you all dialed in. But I really appreciate you coming out here.
Thanks for having me.
Grayson, thanks for coming to the podcast. This is Mr. H signing out.
Bye, HK.
Let's go.